Welcome back to the SportsBiz Unwrapped Podcast. This is the 6th episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and giving us good support. Remember to keep liking, sharing, subscribing to us on YouTube and also on other platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Remember to follow and give us a 5-star rating as we continue to strive to be the best sports business podcast in Kenya and in Africa. So today is going to be a very special episode. We are returned again with our guest, Mr. Richard Ekhalie, and today's topic is very interesting and important. It's on partnership participation in sports marketing and management. Yeah, so welcome back again. I would like you to take us through this topic and give us insights on this idea.
Thank you very much for welcoming me again for this episode. I'm pleased and excited to talk about partnership participation in sports marketing and management. Partnership participation refers basically to the involvement of various stakeholders such as brands, organizations, government bodies, and individuals who collaborate to promote, manage, and grow sports initiatives that mutually benefit the entire entities. Yeah, so it's very important for this aspect of sports management and marketing to be taken seriously.
Yeah. For sure. It's really insightful because partners are always needed, be it brands, organizations, they are always involved with sports events and sports entities, players. And so make sure you're tuned in. The episode is going to be very insightful and exciting. So let's get to it. So the first point I'd want to know is, what are the key forms of partnerships?
Okay, there are various forms of partnerships. One is sponsorship partnerships. What do I mean by sponsorship partnerships? This is where brands provide financial or material support to athletes, teams, or events. This is done in return. They gain visibility, brand association, and marketing value. Very many examples exist. In Kenya, we talk of Safaricom sponsoring various athletes, events, and even team kits. So that's an example of sponsorship partnership. That's just one of it. Okay, so the second form of partnership I would like to talk about is strategic management partnership. This is where organizations, e.g. sports academies, federations, universities, etc., collaborate to improve training, governance, or administration. A good example I have is a local sports academy partnering with an European club for talent development and management exchange. So that fits in as a second form of partnership that we can be enjoying.
Yeah.
There are several others. I will probably be able to talk about all of them in one go, but I will also talk about media and content partnership.
Yeah.
This is where broadcasters, streaming services, and content creators work with sports entities for event coverage, documentaries, or digital campaigns. An example I have is a podcast partnering with Kenya Premier League clubs to share behind-the-scenes stories. That's another form of partnership. Okay, another form of partnership I will want to talk about is community and CSR partnerships. This is where companies find grassroots sports, youth programs, or facilitate to build community goodwill. An example in Kenya is where a bank like Equity Bank will sponsor youth football tournaments in rural areas. So that one quite directly hits into the grassroots. Another form of partnership I'll talk about is educational and training partnerships. Here, there's collaboration with universities or training institutions to provide sports management, education, or certifications. So these are just 5 of the many forms of partnership that are available in the industry.
I'm sure the audience is very well knowledgeable after those different ideas, because partnerships are really important in sports and sports business and sports marketing, because it's very difficult to work alone in such an industry as the sporting industry. You need partners to help you. It could be funding, as we've had, the media collaborations, sponsorships. Yeah, it's really important, and at least we now know why they're there and the way forward for it. Yeah. So what are some benefits of partnership participation?
There are various benefits of partner participation. One of it being shared resources and reduced costs.
Yeah.
Another one I will think about is increased visibility and audience reach. I'll also talk about enhanced brand credibility.
Yeah.
I'll also talk about access to expert knowledge and networks. I'll also talk about long-term sustainability of sports initiatives. So these are just some of the benefits of partnership participation.
Yeah, as you can see, it's really just so important when these partnerships happen. There's a lot of awareness, when there's an upcoming brand that partners with another big brand, people now get aware that there's this other brand or entity that exists. It brings a lot of traffic. If it could be a website, if it could be a shop, the sales will go up because someone will know, oh, this brand is affiliated with company X. It could be Safaricom, for example. So it really helps that. Also for things, as you had mentioned, when things to do with funding, it could be a startup. So when you partner with another company that's more established, it's easier to raise funds for capital. Yeah. So as we can see, partnership participation is really beneficial in this sporting industry. Yeah. Yeah. So what are some ways of building effective partnerships?
Okay, there are various ways of building effective partnerships.
Yeah.
One of it being to identify common goals, e.g. youthful empowerment, brand exposure, and sports development. That's one way. Another way to build effective partnership is to design clear value exchange, meaning identifying what each partner contributes and gains from the exchange.
Yeah.
Another way is to formalize agreements through MOUs or sponsorship contract. That's very important. Another way would be to co-create marketing campaigns and engagement strategies so that everyone can leverage on each one's energy. Another one would be to measure impact, brand reach, fan engagement, athlete performance, or community benefits all put together. So these are just a few of the ways to build effective partnership.
Yeah, for sure. They all really show that one has to be very intentional and knowledgeable about the kind of partnerships they are getting themselves into. Is it beneficial to both parties? Is there value that's going to be gotten from it? And also the legal part, there has to be contracts that are clear. And at the end of it, those partnerships flourish. When you see these big partnerships, for example, the HSBC Bank's partnership with World Rugby for the World Rugby 7 Series, obviously they had to come up with this structure so that the partnership is beneficial, and it's just brought a lot of revenue. And there are so many other examples we can learn from. So one has to really be careful and knowledgeable so that their partnership works well. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning into the 6th episode of the SportsBiz Unwrapped Podcast. So it's a really insightful episode on partnership participation in sports business. We've learned a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. Richard, again, for gracing us with important information and knowledge. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube. Also follow us and give us 5-star ratings on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much. Remember, we were already in the charts for both of those services. I want to just keep pushing and keep producing quality content. Thank you. It's been your host, Javan, Ekhalie. See you in the next video.